Hey everybody, I'm Jeff Davis and I'm here with my friends Pan and Aditya, and we're having a wonderful conversation tonight. It's very authentic and free-flowing. We're being ourselves. We're not holding back. These are the kinds of epic conversations that we have when we meet up with one another. And one thing that we've found, having hung out with one another on several occasions, is that it's amazing how we can come from such diverse backgrounds and different cultures and yet see eye to eye on so many things. And by eye to eye, I don't mean that we have to agree on everything, but what I mean is that we can sort of dive into each other's mindsets and learn from each other and understand one another and sort of get where we come from with our backgrounds and our cultures. So, Pan, I wanted to start with you. What are your thoughts on the way cultures intersect and how we sort of embody that when we hang out?
Yeah, that's a very good question. I always be interested about the differences in people, and the more I actually think about it, like just like three of us right now together, the more actually are the same things. No matter, you're from America, you're born here, he's from India, I'm from China, and then we came across here, and then we're all human beings. Like, there are some core things that we share that beyond the color, the height, the look. It's like we have a growing mindset, we are open-minded, we are interested about the topics and have a connection at a deeper level, and really to see what's the value of each person holds, and have conversation and then curiosity from there. I think openness and then the growing mindset is something that we all share.
Yeah. I love that. That's powerful. What are your thoughts? How would you add to what we're talking about here?
I think pretty much what Pan said, but what I would add is that I think we are all the same. Like, all human beings come from the same race. Of course, we have different colors.
It's powerful.
But we're all basically the same. We're just taught different cultures, and so many times we get lost in it. We think what our culture taught is the truth. Since growing up as a kid, we don't realize that it's just what you're taught. It's not real.
Love it.
And you're taught something else, she is taught something else, but the reason why we all connected today is because we know that's a lie. What we were told is right is a lie. It's not the truth. And that's something we connected, we realized, and we're all the same. And we have so many things in common. I'm like I said, I want to be exactly, I share the same passions as you do. I can see myself in you. So that explains it all. That happened because we all believed in it.
So how do we break free from this society? What are some tools, tactics that, being that we are living in our own self-imposed prisons, if you will, and we construct our own realities. How can we break free? And you can both answer this in your own way, but what are some tools someone is struggling to really break free and step out of that matrix into true freedom? How do they do it?
True freedom for me, by the way, that's my breakthrough for this year, freedom. My definition is to feel the sense of freedom regardless of circumstances. In the past 1 year, I think one of the moment when I feel like I'm breaking free is when I challenge myself, when I feel like I need to prove to someone else. Growing up in China, I feel I was inferior to my brother just because I was a girl, and actually that had me feeling not enough for a long time. I was not aware of it, but as I started getting to the personal development and coaching, I realized that's just the voice, the sound that's like keeping happening in the background.
Wow.
And that's the world I see. If someone at work like give me some task and not enjoy it, I say, okay, they think I'm not valuable or unworthy to get a more challenging task. That's the reality I'm creating. So when I think about how to break free is to really challenging how you see the world, from what lens, what color of lens you see from the world. So thankfully, I get to know about coaching and get benefits from it, and really to relate to that as not something that's real, but that's just the interpretation, and practice over and over and over, keep choosing who I really am in terms of regardless of what I see.
So I definitely relate to what you said, and I think it was very, very powerfully said. So, good job, and I think that'll be, very relatable about reworking and rewiring some of those things we tell ourselves, and not always assuming the worst, and those sorts of things. So very well said. Aditya, what would you add to that in terms of how we can rewire ourselves and specifically break free from the matrix?
Great question. I love that question, because all my life I've been trying to break free. Because even before I was born, my life has been written down by my family, like what kind of job I should be doing, when should I get married, how many kids should I have, what should I buy. Everything has been written by my family, and I never found the freedom from being a slave of my mind.
Wow.
And coming to America, it has given me a different perspective, because all my life I believed what I was taught is the truth, that you have to do certain things at certain points of your life. But coming to America, it completely gave me a different perspective, and I believe that applies to everyone who lives in different countries. It gives you different perspective, and that's also one of the reasons you love traveling, because it helps you give different perspectives. And recently I had an epiphany on how I am able to achieve that freedom of breaking free. Consider, like I said before, we are all the same human beings. If we were born 2 million years ago, when human being was primitive, we were not having clothes to wear, we not having air conditioners, we don't have anything, we don't have cars to go around, but we have all those things. So I feel, if I compare myself to the primitive man and the 8 times in which we were born, I feel grateful that to be born in a place where we can express each other's and understand other people's perspective. And basically there is no right or wrong, and that we're all the same. Because if I compare myself, like I said, to a primitive man, he would do whatever comes to his head. There is no right way to do it, there is no wrong way to do it. All these creations like marriage, if you want to get married, get married. If you don't want to get married, don't get married. So there is no right or wrong way to do anything. And that's how realizing that has helped me break free of my mind. I've been experiencing freedom ever since I've realized the importance of being born in this modern age, where you have so many things.
I love that. No right or way wrong to do something, and doing what you feel is right.
Is it right? Absolutely.
I love that. It's great advice and powerful words of wisdom here from both Pan and Aditya. What are some final concluding thoughts or words of wisdom you have for someone out there who may be looking for some useful piece of insight to help grow their life to that next level and to overcome some of their challenges?
For me, what's most valuable is to find out who you really are, what comes so most important to you, and always choose from love, not fear.
Thank you for sharing that. That's fantastic. How about you?
For me, I think the freedom doesn't lie outside of you. It doesn't lie in what kind of government you have, or whether you got the freedom from British, or whether you're under the control of your husband or your parents. It lies within you. And if you can do what your mind tells you to do without having second thoughts about it, that is experiencing real freedom. That is experiencing real life, because at that time you're living authentically and doing what
Wow.
you want to do. And that's what you speak about all the time. And I think that's the meaning for human life, that gives meaning to human life.
That's amazing. I couldn't have said it better myself, and I definitely deeply resonate with those excellent words of wisdom and piece of advice. So I hope you've got a lot from this discussion here today, seeing people from different cultures. I'm from the United States. Pan is originally from China. Aditya is originally from India, and we're all here right now in the United States coming together, having this dialogue about life and about wisdom and overcoming challenges and success and understanding ourselves better. So this has been a really great time here today. Please subscribe to my channel for more great insights and wisdom to help you reach your next level of leadership success. And as always, I will see you at the mountaintop.